All right, hey everybody, and welcome to Zenfolio Live. I'm Robert with Zenfolio Customer Success. Today is Thursday, September 19th, and the 23rd, I think it is. All right, the 23rd, Monday, September the 23rd is the first day of fall. I got super excited and went ahead and switched it over to the fall intro. Hopefully you guys are as excited as I am about it being the fall time. I'm ready for kind of the hot days of summer to be behind us. I'm ready for it to start cooling off, ready for some leaves changing and all the great stuff that comes with the fall. But hey, today what we're going to be talking about is about preparing for the holidays with pre-order. Now, I've gone through pre-order a lot on the live stream, so this is not really going to be an instructional how to set up pre-order, although we're going to do a little bit of that. This is going to be more along the lines of some ideas that you can use to use pre-order to kind of help you promote things during the holiday season, maybe for mini sessions and things like that. So we're going to talk about some holiday mini sessions and ideas, how you can use pre-order to gift sessions, selling gift receipts through pre-order, doing limited time available products, and then how to market your holiday specials, whether you do it yourself through Zenfolio's email stuff or email feature, or you use the built-in free client marketing, some things that you can do to market your holiday specials. Again, like I already said, today is the first day of autumn. I'm super excited here in the north, at least here in the northern hemisphere, it's the first day of autumn. And of course, we're going to be answering your questions live. Make sure you say hi to us in the chat. Let us know where you're from. Kathleen Riley jumped on for a second and said that she's off to do two shoots and she's going to catch the replay. So thank you so much, Kathleen, for at least jumping on and saying hi to us. As always, I have Richard hanging out, taking care of you guys in chat. And sorry if I'm like stumbling over my words today, guys. I've been redoing the floors in my house in my spare time, and I don't know if you guys have ever tried to redo floors in a house that you're living in at the same time, but it has not been the smoothest experience. It's taken me like 3 days and I've got one room done. So again, doing it in my spare time, and so I'm a little tired, but I'm here hanging out with you guys. Let's see, we've got Craigslist saying aloha. We've got Darren Mark back from Northern Ireland. Hey Darren, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. All right guys, let's go ahead and jump into today's topic. So let me just switch her over here. There we go. All right, so like I said, we're going to be talking about pre-order. We're not going to be doing so much as instructional of how to do pre-order. It's more just talking about some ideas and some different ways that you can use pre-order to kind of promote things during the holidays. And what I'd like to start this out with is if you guys have some ideas for pre-order, if you guys have some ideas on ways that you can use pre-order, maybe you have some ideas for mini sessions that you haven't got to try out yet, throw those in the chat because I really love hearing your guys' ideas. A lot of the stuff that I share and I talk about are ideas that I've got from other photographers, and you guys have a lot of cool ideas. So make sure you're throwing those in the chat, sharing some ideas around with each other. But we're going to start off talking about using pre-order to offer mini sessions, to offer holiday mini sessions. And so I just kind of want to go into some ideas. And basically I created something like this. This is obviously for fall mini sessions. And guys, I'm originally from Oklahoma, so if you want to make fun of me for using the word picking and carving, you can, but I promise you in Oklahoma, those are actual words. All right. But basically, this is a pre-order for holiday mini sessions. And the idea is that, you know, all of us like to take our kids out to the pumpkin patch, pick out a pumpkin, and 9 times out of 10, I'm out there with my camera trying to get pictures of my kids and different things like that. And the problem with that is that I end up with a bunch of great photos that have absolutely none of me in it because I'm the one taking the photo. And so I thought, if I have this problem, I'm sure there are lots of other people who have this problem as well. So I was thinking, like, what is something you could do with that as a photographer? Well, you could offer pumpkin patch mini sessions, right? And the cool thing about it is if you have a local pumpkin farmer close, maybe you could work out a deal where he lets you shoot on his pumpkin patch, and maybe you, in the cost of that shoot, you pay for their pumpkin and you kind of give them a voucher for their pumpkin. And so just kind of coming up with some mini sessions ideas on here of different ways that you can use pre-order to kind of promote this. And so basically what I created was just kind of 3 different categories here. There's just the normal mini session where you get the afternoon. Well, it's like a 30-minute mini session. They get like 10 downloads, an online gallery, and then they get a pumpkin included in that. And then the next mini session over is a pumpkin carving or carving mini session where later on, whenever they take the pumpkin home, they get out with their kids and they carve it. You kind of do a mini session capturing those special moments for them so the parents can actually be engaged and enjoy that and be fully engaged in what's going on rather than standing there with their cell phone and trying to capture everything. They can actually be a part of the experience and leave all of the photo capturing up to you. So these are just some ideas, and then I kind of threw them both together, right? Like, what if somebody wanted to do the pumpkin patch idea and the carving one together, you know, giving them a discount to do those 2 together. So that's this option over here. Now, if you guys think about this same concept, you can take this same concept and you can apply it to a lot of different things, right? You could apply this to things like Christmas trees, right? Lots of families go out to the Christmas tree, I forget what they're called, like the Christmas tree farms. They go out and they like to spend a lot of time out there looking around, trying to find the perfect tree and then getting it and coming back home and decorating it. And that's another opportunity for a mini session, right? Because these are not things that are done on the holiday. They're done, you know, several weeks, if not a month or so out. And so those are good opportunities to have mini sessions with these families to where normally the parents would be out there with their phone kind of capturing the photos of the kids walking around. And the problem again is that they're going to end up with a lot of photos that they aren't in, right? And so as a photographer, we could be out there capturing those moments for the parents. The parents would be in the photos. These are a great opportunity for mini sessions. So you could take this same concept that I'm showing here and you could actually apply this out to a lot of different things. And then the other thing that I have down here, let me scroll down and see if you guys can see it, is I just did some add-ons, right? Like maybe they have more than one kid and they want to grab an extra pumpkin or whatever. You could have that as an add-on for them. Maybe they want to buy additional time. Maybe it's a family with like 5 kids and there's no way that they're going to carve their pumpkin in 30 minutes. And there's no way that in 30 minutes they're going to go out there and pick out the perfect pumpkin. And they know that they're going to need extra time. So thinking about these things that you can offer to them on top of just a standard cut and dry mini session, thinking of things that you can offer them that can enhance that experience, right? And then the other thing too, and I didn't go into putting it in here, but just things that you can think about to enhance that experience. Maybe you want to have somebody out there with doing some video. Maybe that's an add-on where on top of that mini session, you know, they're going to get a photographer and have a videographer coming in as well and capturing a video and maybe making something they can share out on their social media and different things like that. So just some ideas where you can really use pre-order to kind of promote this stuff as the holidays are approaching, because it is September and it's time right now to start promoting these things, right? And so using pre-order is the perfect way to do that. So you want to just come in here and kind of create something nice and simple with some options and, you know, get it sent out to your clients. We're going to go into a little bit more about sending it out to your clients here in a second. But I just wanted to kind of go over this and show you guys how I had this set up. And then let's just go ahead and jump into Zenfolio really quick. And there's a couple of other things that you could do in pre-order, right? So if you're going to be sending this out to your clients have friends, and if your clients are families, your clients have friends that are families that are potentially interested in hiring a photographer as well. So on that same pre-order, why not include an option to make it really easy for them to gift one of those mini sessions to a friend, or to buy a gift certificate for a grandparent so that when the gallery goes up, that grandparent can come in and get some photos from the session, right? And so these are things that you can add to that pre-order as well. So if we go up to selling and we go into, just click right on the word selling. And I'm going to try to be not as long-winded today. I know the past couple of live streams I have talked for like 80% of the time. That's kind of why I picked this topic, because there's a lot of videos already on pre-order. I just wanted to throw some ideas out there and something where I could talk a little bit less and get a little bit more feedback from you guys and spend some more time answering your guys' questions. So make sure that if you have questions about PreOrder, about Zenfolio, or anything in general, make sure that you get those in the chat so we can get those answered. But we're going to go down to the bottom of the main selling page and we're going to click on PreOrder. And then what we're going to do is just go to that holiday mini session pre-order that I created here, because what I want to talk about is adding the option to gift a session, right? So you would definitely want to do that as an add-on, because maybe you want to say, okay, if you want to gift a session, I'm going to give you a discount on that. So you can come down here to the add-on section, and the reason that I suggest doing that as an add-on is because the add-ons can only be purchased if a package has been purchased. All right, so what you could do is come down here and click add-on, and you could say add-on could be gift a mini session, and then you could say this is an add-on for any mini session. It will allow you to gift a session of the same type to a friend. All right, and I probably should have typed that up before I jumped on here, so you guys didn't have to painfully sit there through my typing and talking to myself. But then, you know, maybe you want to give them a discount. So we were charging $200. Maybe you want to say, okay, if you're going to gift it to a friend and purchase this with your session, maybe we're going to give it to you for like $180, right? And again, this is an add-on option. You put it in here because it can only be purchased with that session. And then you would just upload an image. So, you know, make an image in Photoshop. Make sure that you make that image 300 by 200 pixels, and you put this up there in Photoshop, or put it in Photoshop and then make an image and upload it here. Now, the other thing that you might think about doing is offering gift certificates, right? So like, let's say the family comes and they buy that pumpkin mini session and they've got a parent out of town, and maybe, you know, they've got a grandparent or something out of town, and they want to let the grandparent go into that gallery and purchase some photos after the session's over, but they don't want to make the grandparent pay for it. Maybe they want to do a gift certificate. You could do that as an add-on as well. So you could come down here and just say gift certificate, and you could say something like credit for online purchases for family and friends. Obviously, you would probably want to put a little more detail into that than what I just did, but you guys get the idea, right? This is an add-on that they can purchase, and then you're going to send them a coupon to send to their family or friends, whoever the gift certificate is for, to actually use to go into the gallery. And then you can put a price for whatever you want. So, you know, you could do like $100 credit, you know, so they buy a $100 gift certificate, you send them a $100 coupon, or maybe you send them a $120 coupon to use on their online gallery, or to send out to their family and friends to use on the online gallery. Right? And then after you have this stuff set up, you're just going to go through next. And then you're going to want to make sure that you probably change this customer information fields, especially if you're using PreOrder to take payments for sessions. There's going to be some specific information in here you're going to want to collect. Like, you know, obviously you're going to want to collect the name, the phone number, maybe the date they had in mind. Maybe you want to let them pick a couple of date options and time options. You can have that in here. So you can say like date, preferred date, preferred, I spell it right, preferred date, wow. Preferred date, you could say date option 2. Maybe you want to have one more, date option 3. Date option 3. So basically, these are places for the client as they're purchasing, they're going in and they're putting these dates in there. It doesn't let them pick the date based on like a calendar that you set up. They're just putting the optional dates in there that's the best for them. And then you as the photographer can contact them and kind of decide, hey, I'm busy on this date, but I saw you put this date as another option. This is the best date. Let's go ahead and set it up for that date. So that's what I'm setting up here. And then you're just going to hit next. And since we are not really pre-selling actual prints or photos, I'm going to leave the client image selection off. But if you're actually going to let them go back and choose photos for the packages. Maybe you're actually pre-selling packages along with these mini sessions. Maybe you're like, with this, you're going to get 3 8x10s and whatever else. You can choose to let them go back in after the shoot is uploaded to a gallery, and they can actually go in and select the photos for their package. If you're not familiar with that process, there's a video on our YouTube channel, and I know I've covered it in a live stream. Definitely make sure that you check that out. All right, I'm going to go ahead and set this to no, and then pre-order custom message if you want to write a custom message. So let's say that this is for the pumpkin patch. Maybe we want to let them know that it's not just for any pumpkin patch. It's one that we've kind of went and we've met with them and we said, hey, we want to set up and do mini sessions here, and we would like to include with every mini session maybe a $10 voucher for our clients that get a pumpkin. So every mini session that we book, we're going to buy, pumpkins from you guys to support that. And so maybe you want to let them know up here, sessions will be at I don't know, Larry's Pumpkin Farm. Because Larry's Pumpkin Farm has the best. I don't know, I just made that name up. But maybe you want to let them know, right? That's where it's going to be. And then you're going to get the link right here, right? And the other thing that you're going to do before that is you're only going to offer this for a limited time, right? You don't want this to be available for a long time. So maybe you're like, hey, this is only going to be available for a certain period. You can set up an expiration date right here. Choose that expiration date. So maybe they have to purchase these sessions before the 30th. All right, and then on the 30th, this link will expire. Now let's check this out right over here. And as Darren was asking there in the chat, let me kind of refresh this. Where is my message? I probably need to hit done to actually get that custom message to show up. All right, so here is that custom message right here, Darren, as you're asking in the chat right here. So we've got this pre-order set up, right? We're just going to grab the link. So let me just move my browser down here. You're going to come up here and grab the link, or you can grab the link if you go back into the pre-order here. You can grab the link just by clicking on this, and then you can grab the link right here. So if you've already kind of closed it out, that's where you can get that link. And then this is the link that you want to start promoting out to your clients, right? And again, if you're going to set this up for multiple different kinds of mini sessions, you might want to create a pre-order page per type of session that you're offering. So if you're going to take this same concept and apply it to Christmas trees or to Christmas cookies or whatever other really awesome ideas that you guys come up with, I would probably have a pre-order page per type of shoot that you're doing if you plan on marketing these out to different sets of clients. Now, if you're just going to shoot out one email to your clients and say, hey, these are the types of mini sessions that I'm offering for the holidays, these are my specials, and you're going to do like one shot, you might want to leave them all on the same link in the same page so they only have one page to access and go through that. That part's kind of up to you how you want to set it up. There's different ways to do it. You just want to think about what is going to be the best experience and the easiest experience for your clients and make sure that you set it up that way. Now, after you get that link, probably what you're going to want to do is put that link on your website. So if you're out and about, somebody's asking, maybe you're at the post office and you run into somebody and you start talking and you're like, yeah, I'm a photographer, I'm running holiday specials. Oh, well, what specials are you running? Well, actually, you can go to my website, hand them a card or whatever. They can go to your site and you have the information on your site. So you want to make sure that you have that set up. So what you're going to do is hover over website, right click on customize website, open that up in a new tab. And then we're just going to jump over to that new tab really quick. One more time here. And we're going to add that to our site menu item. So if you guys have never added a pre-order to your site menu, it's a little tricky to do. It's not the most straightforward process. So first of all, what we wanted to do was we wanted to copy that link. That's why I opened the pre-order and I copied that link, because the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to click on this little edit site menu button right here and click plus, and we're basically adding a new site menu item, and I'm just going to call this holiday specials. All right, hit enter, and then we can't use the group or gallery because the pre-order is not a group or gallery. It is also not considered a built-in or custom page, and it's not going to be anywhere in this list. what we have to do is we have to set this up as an external web page link right here. So you're going to click that option. You're going to go right in here, paste in that pre-order link, and then most importantly, you're going to go down here and set this to open up in a new window. Now, the reason I recommend having the pre-order open up in a new window is because, as you guys saw, whenever you go to a pre-order page, it actually doesn't have any of your Zenfolio website navigation. And so if somebody's on your website, maybe they're in their gallery and they look up and they see this new site menu item that says holiday specials and they click on that, the last thing that what you want them to do is leave that and not have a way to get back to their gallery. I know that they could use their back button in their browser, but just to be safe, to make it easy as possible, having it set up and open to a new tab keeps them from leaving your Zenfolio site. So just to go back to where we were, we checked that little open in a new window button, and then we're going to go ahead and click update. And then if you ever see this, it means you need to clear your browser cache. All right, I have probably not cleared my browser cache in the past couple of months, so I'm having a browser cache issue. If you're using Google Chrome, do a shift refresh, and that should clear the cache for the specific page that you're on. And then you just kind of need to either hit the go back button or maybe like do a refresh. Let me just go back to website really quick. Customize website. And oh, it's not working now. Let me go up here. Sorry guys, my cache is going crazy up here. All right, website and customize site. All right, well, let me try it again here. And sometimes you have to clear like your browser cookies and all of that good stuff too, which I'm not going to do because that is going to like log me out of my Zenfolio account and all that stuff, and I don't want to have to mess with that right now. So we'll go back to that in a second. But just to go back really quick, looking at these pre-orders right here, these images, again, if you want to have those images on your pre-order, those images are 200 by 300. Bring them up in Photoshop. Make sure that you cut them exactly 200 to 300 pixels wide, and then make sure that you do some nice text on them and put them up here to make your pre-order look really nice. The pre-order works really well in mobile as well. So, so just make sure that you have this pre-order looking nice and you do those nice images in Photoshop and get it looking good. Let's try another browser really quick. So 1 second, I'm gonna go File, New Incognito Window, and let's just see if I can get my cache cleared out and all this working. Sorry guys about that. Let me go in here and let me just go to my website really quick. Let me get logged in. All right. So I might have to do a computer restart, which I am not about to do right now because I'm in the middle of a live stream. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of hang tight, and we'll just jump into talking about those images in Photoshop really quick. So let me just bring up Photoshop, and I'll show you guys how I created that those pre-order images right here. So let me grab Photoshop, and what I'll do is bring it over here, and you guys can check this out. So in Photoshop, you're just going to do File, go to New, and then in this little window right here that you get, you can see I've already got a document type set up right here. So I actually saved it as a preset. So what I did was after I created this, I clicked the little Save as Preset button right here. But basically, you're going to set the width for those pre-order images up to 300. The height's going to be set to 200. And then you're just going to go ahead, click OK. That's going to give you a nice canvas like this. And then guys, anytime I'm working in Photoshop and I'm working on a canvas, what I usually do is I like to grid things out. All right. Whenever you have a grid, it's going to help you lay things out a lot easier. And so what I'm going to do is up here, I'm just going to go to View, and you guys can't see it. Let me see if I can let you guys see it. You can't see the menu. So up at top, you're going to hit View. And then what you're going to do is go to New Guide Layout. New Guide Layout was something that was not available in CS6. I think it's only available in Photoshop CC. Sorry if you're still using CS6. That's what I still have on my personal computer at home. But the new guide layout is something that is available in CC. So you're just going to do new guide layout, not new. That's hard to say. New guide layout. And then what I like to do first for all of this is just, let me drag this little window over here so you guys can see it. I like to, like I said, I like to grid it out. So the first thing I like to do is give myself some margins, kind of some safe space around it. I don't want the important part of my images bleeding over into the extra guide space that's over here. So I kind of just put this 10 pixel margin around it. And then after that, I just kind of grid it out. So depending on what I'm going to put on here, depending on what I'm going to put, this is where I kind of set up some columns and some rows. Okay, so I can go in through here and do different things. Let's go ahead and just do 4 rows, and let's get rid of the gutter here. All right. And so this is what I start out with in Photoshop. And then a website that I use sometimes if I don't have an image that matches up with what I'm trying to work with, I'll use a website called Pexel. So I think Darren talked about, what did you talk about? Darren talked about Adobe Spark, but there's also a website called pexels.com. And this is where, as a photographer, you can go and you can join this community, you can upload your photos, but it's basically free stock photos and videos. So a lot of the stuff that I use for Zenfolio Live comes from here, and especially on the intro. But let's just go in here and let's say that we want to do and set up that, we want to set up that Christmas pre-order. So let's just go in here, we can do like Christmas trees. All right. And you have a lot of different photos in here that you can use. So there's lots of photos in here that you can use. You don't have to do, you don't have to like give credit, although it's nice if you can. But there are a lot of photos in here that you can use. So I'm just going to grab this one and download this photo really quick. I'll just save it to this folder here. And then we can pull this up in Photoshop. And let me just grab it and I'll drag and drop it right over in there. All right, so now I've got it kind of dragged and dropped off in here in Photoshop, and then we just kind of get it situated here. And again, having it gridded out is really nice because it kind of guides you along where you want to place things. And so if I wanted to do a text overlay on this now, like maybe I'm going to use a lighter colored text, so I know I need to use a solid color layer on here so that that text actually shows up. You can use this guide to kind of help you line that up. So if I go here and I grab this, all right, I'm just going to drag that little box over here. And then there's a down here where I don't know if you guys can see the things. There we go. Down here, I'm going to do a solid color layer. We're just going to do a white really quick. Right here, let's grab a white. And then I'm just going to drop the opacity a little bit on that. And then we can just grab our text tool, go right in here, and we can kind of use that guide again. And maybe we could call this Christmas mini session. All right, and then I'm going to kind of just do like this, center everything up. Let's change this to be kind of like bold, and then let's center this text up right here. And then Command H will show or hide your guides. So if you like to use keyboard shortcuts, you can show or hide your guides with Command H right here. This is how I created those images I was showing you guys on the pre-order. So then all I do is export them. And to be honest, guys, you can export these as a PNG file. So I like to use that file, export, quick export as a PNG file, and then just save that somewhere on my computer as, you know, Christmas tree. And that is how I created those images that I was showing you guys on my pre-order right here. All right, so let's go ahead and let me refresh my cache one more time, and let's go ahead and get back to adding that pre-order link to our Zenfolio website so that people who are coming to our website can see those holiday specials. So first, we're going to grab this link right here. And if you guys can't see this, let me move this down. If you guys see the word shop on your pre-order link right here, go ahead and remove that and copy it without the shop. Sometimes that shop does something weird to it, and I just always remove it to make sure that I don't have any issues with it. So I copied that. We're going to hover over website, right click on customize website. I'm going to open that in a new tab. and hopefully things are working. There we go. It looks like everything's working now. I just had to give my browser cache time to catch up. We're going to hit continue. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just start over. Let me delete that. And then we'll just start over here. So we're going to say add new menu item. And then I'm going to say holiday specials right here. Hit enter on my keyboard. And again, when you're doing pre-order links, make sure that you use the external web page option. So you're going to go external page. You're going to go right in here, paste that in, open it in a new window, hit update, and then we're going to let this refresh. And then it's going to show up right here. And now anything that I'm wanting to promote, my site menu item, not this one, but my actual real account that I actually use, my site menu is usually it is set up very strategically. I want my site menu in a path that I want people to follow. So during the holidays, if I'm running holiday specials, that's the first thing that I want people seeing and clicking on. And so I'm just going to grab the dominoes and slide them up to the top. Let that reload. That's going to move those holiday specials up here. And then the last thing you want to do is make sure that you click that publish button so that those changes that you made go live out to your actual working website. So now we're live. We have it live. Holiday specials right here. And guys, watch what happens when I click on that. Let me close these other tabs really quick. But let me show you really quick here. If I click on holiday specials, just like I want it to, it's opening up in a new tab, and here is that pre-order that we just made with the pumpkin picking and all that stuff, and the message up here and all of that good stuff. All right, so having it on your site menu is definitely one really good way of promoting those holiday specials out. There's a couple of other ways, right? Social media. If you have social media accounts, and if you have like a business Facebook page, use your scheduled posting options, right? Go into publishing tools and go in there and schedule posts that talk about your holiday specials, and make sure that you include the link to that pre-order. Guys, I can't tell you enough how important it is to have scheduling options, because what you do, you get your promotions ready, and then when you're like, oh, I have 5 minutes, go to your business Facebook page and schedule those posts so that when the time comes, those are posting out to your social media page, and people are going and booking those mini sessions through that link that you've set up. Now, the other thing as well is you can use the built-in Zenfolio email feature. So if you go into communications, you can go right here and you can select everybody that's in your contact list. Or maybe you don't want to select everybody that's in your contact list. Maybe you want to filter these by specific galleries. Maybe you want to say, okay, let me see all of the contacts who are from my family portraits folder, right? Anybody who belongs in the family portraits folder. And it looks like good old Dave Kim is the only one that's there. But maybe let's just pretend there's a lot more in here. Like these are all of the clients who did visitor sign in through my family portraits folder. I would select them all just by hitting this button right here. We would go to send email, and then right here, there is a schedule option here as well. So then making sure that you align this with either your Facebook post. Now, there's a couple of strategies you can use, right? You can start emailing your clients first, and this is kind of what I prefer to do. So I like to make anybody who is already a client feel like they're in the know. So what I do is if I'm running holiday promotions, I make sure that they get those scheduled emails first, or they get the promotions first. They're my clients. I want to take care of them. I want to make them feel special. And so one of the things I tell them is, once you're my client, you're going to know first about any specials that I'm running before I start posting it and advertising it anywhere else. So what I do is I'll come in here and I'll say, okay, I know that I've scheduled that link to post on Facebook on, let's say the 27th. I'm just making up dates. So I want to let my clients know about it and have an opportunity to participate in those specials a couple of days early. So I would go to maybe like the 25th and have this email set up to send them that pre-order link and give them a chance to do that. And again, I would have email templates up here. So if you're not familiar with our email templates, go check out the video on our YouTube channel. I think it's called like improving your client communications. There's also one I did that talks about creating an automated client follow-up process. Definitely check those out. Email templates are big time savers because you could have one that says like holiday pre-release or holiday 2018, and then all the text that you need is in here, and then you would just come in here and put the pre-order link here. So you could say pre-order sessions here, and then you can highlight text, use your link tool, paste in that link, have it open in a new tab, and schedule that email to go out. Schedule that email to go out so that you guys can't see, but down here it says continue to preview, and then it'll say schedule email. Why can't I get it to show? Oh, it is showing. I just have something in my way where I can't see it. Schedule email right here, and that'll schedule that email to go out to whoever you had it set up to send it out to. So that's some ways that you guys can use that to promote any kind of holiday specials that you want. I cannot tell you enough how powerful and how versatile the pre-order feature is to use. So make sure that if you haven't played with it yet, if you haven't thought about using it in this context of using it to book holiday mini sessions or to do different things like that, go in there, start playing around with it now and get a plan and get those holiday promotions set up, because the holidays are not too far away, guys. It is already going to be fall. Monday is the first day of fall. That's so crazy to me that 2019 has gone by so fast. So that's it for that topic. Let me grab some questions really quick from you guys. Let me check on you guys in chat. Say hi to you guys. We've got Darren in here. Man, Darren is chatting it up. We've got Dwayne who just said peek again to say hi. Darren is in here. Let's see. I think Richard has got most of the chat questions answered for me, but you guys keep chatting away in there. And let me grab, let's see. So Darren said, if only we had a booking system. I think we've discussed this for, I don't know, a year or two maybe. We're definitely looking into that. Darren, if you have some specific comments, some specific suggestions, some specific ways that you would like for that feature to work, definitely let us know. Please reach out and let us know. Just go to zenfolio.com/contact. It's over there. That's so weird. I have to point the opposite direction. It's over there. Go there and you can put attention Robert and just send me some feedback on what you would like to see in a booking option. So definitely send me some feedback and let us know. It's something that we're looking into, collecting feedback, working on what is the best way to deliver this to you guys. So it's definitely something that's being worked on. I just don't have any timeline information at the moment, but it's something that we're looking into. Let's see. Darren said, can we see how that pre-order custom message displayed? I think I got the pre-order link and showed you how to do that. All right, really quick, if you're watching the recorded version of this, I would love to have you come join us on a live stream, but I know not everybody can just stop what they're doing on a Thursday and jump on YouTube and hang out with me and listen to me talk and say the same words probably over and over again, which is why I appreciate those of you guys who do. So Craigslist, Darren, I know Richard gets tired of hearing me week after week. Let's see, Dwayne, Kathleen, Roxanne, all of you guys who come on here week after week and hang out with me on a live stream, I really appreciate it. But those of you guys who watch the recorded versions of this, I really appreciate you guys as well. If you have a question that you'd like for me to answer, hit the link below the video. It says questions for next week, and I will make sure to answer those questions on the following week's live stream, which I'm going to do here in a second. My voice is starting to get a little raspy. Let me grab some tea. I'm doing lemon ginger today, so let me grab some tea really quick. All right. I see that through vendor fulfilled, sorry, this is an email question. I see through vendor fulfilled pre-order, I can import a price list, but when I try to add products, they come in as add-ons and not packages. What am I missing? So anytime that you import products into pre-order from a price list, they are going to come in as packages anytime you import packages. And then anytime you add products, they're going to come in as add-ons and not packages. So what they're talking about here is if we go to selling and we go to pre-order, you can actually import your existing price list into pre-orders now. So if you go down to create a new pre-order, there's definitely a video on this on our channel. I think it's called importing a price list into pre-order, or maybe it's called selling vendor fulfilled products through pre-order. One of those titles, I don't know. If Richard can find it and throw it out in the chat, that would be awesome. It's on our channel. Definitely you want to check it out. But in your pre-order, if you go in here, you can actually import price lists. So if I go here, you see all of the price lists that my website has, or that I've created on Zenfolio. So there's an engagements price list. And if I click on that, right, I can add any package that I have. Now this particular price list only has one package, and then all of my a la carte items are going to come in as add-ons. They're not going to come in as packages, so they are going to be add-ons over here. But you just select them, and then you click import, and you can import those right into your pre-order. So here is that package A right here. And again, that's the way it's going to work for now, is any a la carte items on your price list are going to come in, and they're going to come in as add-ons and not packages, which means that your clients have to purchase a package first, and then they can buy an add-on product. And so that's the way that that currently is functioning. But then basically you just finish setting up the pre-order, and then you're good to go. Now I'm going to cancel this one out, and we're going to go back here to photos, and let's grab another question really quick. Let's see. Hi, I'm new to selling my photographs, and I don't want to sell them cheaper just because I'm starting out. What is the best way to keep my prices consistent but offer a new shop promotion so that customers don't get mad when I move my prices up once it gets going? Well, I'm going to be like totally honest with you, okay? So first of all, it is really hard to raise your prices, even if you try to do it strategically. Like in a couple of years, if you email people, you let people know like, hey, I haven't raised my prices in several years. Obviously, gas is more. Obviously, you know, there's the cost of buying more gear. Just the cost of living goes up. That's what it does. And so even if you're letting people know that, even if you're giving people lots of time and you're just letting them know that, you know, I can't charge you $5 forever, right? It's still really hard to raise your prices up without there being some kind of recourse from somebody who missed it or something like that. And so if you're just getting started out, the one piece of advice that I would definitely give you is that it is far easier to offer discounts than it is to actually raise your pricing. And so what I mean by that is if you're setting up your price list and you're like, okay, these prices are right in line with what the competition is for my area. You know, it's right in line with what I should be charging for this, but I'm a new photographer and this is new to me. So maybe I need to offer, you know, cheaper pricing. What I would suggest to you is rather than discounting your pricing and doing it on your price list, offer discounts. Set your price list where it needs to be for your competition and in your area, right? So if your competition is selling an 8x10 for $20, I'm not saying you need to match your competition. I'm just saying keep yourself in with the competition. So let's say you decide, okay, my competition is selling an 8x10 for $20. That's where I need to be selling. My 8x10 is at $20. But you can always offer discounts on those prices. So when you are trying to get somebody new to come in, you're trying to get a new client, maybe you're just trying to get yourself started, these are your prices, but hey, I'm running a discount. Any new clients this month get 20% off of my print pricing or 10% off of my print pricing. To be 100% honest, I always offer 10% out of the gate for all of my new galleries that I push out to my clients. And the reason that I do that is because I put a 10% buffer in there. So when they get their 10% discount, really they're paying me exactly what I wanted them to pay. I just use that 10% discount coupon because I only let them use it for 3 days. And so I use that 10% discount coupon to kind of give them an incentive to hurry up and place an order rather than wait. And so if you're just getting started, don't discount yourself. don't make yourself too cheap right out the gate. Remember, you can always discount with coupons. It's going to be really hard to raise your prices up after the fact. All right. Great question, though. Definitely a question we get asked a lot. So that's a great question. Let's see. I think Darren's got a question in the chat. I'm confused by the packages that include products. How do we offer that properly? So I think, Darren, you're talking about the packages in the pre-order that offer products, like maybe you have a mini session where, like, included with this mini session, you get a digital download, or included with this mini session, you get an 8x10. There's a couple of ways that you can offer that properly. One is you can do the client image selection. So I think that Richard threw the video out for that on the chat there. Basically, it'll show you how to offer vendor fulfilled products. So basically what happens is your client goes in, they buy that pre-order, and then you do the shoot, you upload the shoot, and then you invite them to go to their gallery and select the photos that they want for those products. Once they select them, they go to the lab prints them, and they ship them directly to your clients. All of that's going to be shown in that video that I believe Richard threw out in the chat. Now, the other way that you could do it as well is, if you didn't want to go that route, is you could just give them a coupon code. So let's say that I have a session, and in that session, I'm giving them a free, not a free, but in that session, part of what they get is an 8x10. Well, I don't want to go that other route. So what I could do is I could go to selling, go to coupons and campaigns, and I could make that client a coupon so that after I upload the photos, they go into the gallery and they use that coupon to get that 8x10. But while they're there, hopefully they spend a little bit more money. That's what I would recommend them go do. So hopefully, while they're there, they use that coupon, they get that 8x10, but hopefully they see some more images that they like, and they go and spend a little bit more money. And I just use the coupon feature right here. There's lots of videos on our channel that go through the coupon feature in depth, but this is just to show you really quick what I would do. I would come in here and I would say, okay, this is the Smith's 8x10 coupon. I would come down here for coupon code. I would say Smith 19, probably 20. Let's do 2019 X. Then I'm going to copy that coupon code. We're going to go down here to discount products, and let's say that I know I'm charging $20 for an 8x10. So I'm going to say amount. We're going to say $20. We're not going to discount shipping. The clients are going to have to pay for shipping. The labs are the one who ship the products, so I let them charge for the shipping. I don't mess with the shipping. And then we're going to go down here, and maybe we want this to only work for prints and products because it's for an 8x10. And then we also are going to say, you know what? The Smith family has a couple of galleries with me, so they can only use it on this gallery, their most recent. And then we're going to say this has a one-time use, and we're going to save that. Now, I copied that coupon code, so what we would do is we would go to Photos. We would go find the Smith gallery. So we're going to go in here, go to Clients, go to 2019, Family Portraits, go right here. And we're just going to click on the gallery. And then this is one of my hands down absolute favorite things about Zenfolio is the email feature, the email gallery feature. Because if you guys are anything like me, it is never a convenient time that you've got all the photos done and uploaded. Like for me, it's usually about 1 in the morning when I'm finally done uploading and I'm ready to email the client, but I don't really want to email my client at 1 in the morning because I don't want them to be like, what the heck is wrong with Robert that he's up at 1 in the morning? So this is one of my absolute favorite features. So you click on the gallery, you go to email gallery right here, and we're going to say scheduled to send, and I'm going to email the client tomorrow during lunch, because if I don't set this up now, I'm going to forget. So I go in there, and then I put their email address in here. So email@email.com. And then ideally I would have an email template here that said gallery invite with a coupon or something like that. You would select that down from here. And then what you're going to do is come down here and you can say something like, go down here and say, here is the coupon for your free 8x10. Use this during checkout. All right. And then you just continue to preview. Here's the email. And then you click that schedule button. And then tomorrow at 11 a.m. or 12 a.m. or whenever you schedule that email to go out, that email is going to get sent out to them. Now, if you guys are like me, I have a short-term memory. I will totally forget that that email is going out to them. So one of the things that I like to do is I also like to have a copy of this email sent to me. The reason that I do that is because if I'm out at a shoot somewhere or if I'm just somewhere away from my computer, I always have my phone on me and I get emails on my phone. So the second that that email goes out, I'm going to get a copy of it. And what this does is two things. One, it reminds me that that client is getting that gallery invite. So I know that if they call me or, if something happens, if they send me a message, I know that they're messaging me because they just got their gallery invite. So it doesn't kind of catch me off guard. I'm prepared for that. The other reason that I have this send me a copy is because if for some reason the client calls me and they're like, hey, I can't get into my gallery. Hey, do you have the, maybe they didn't even see the email. Maybe it went into their spam folder. I have a copy of that email that I can then look at and either, tell them what they need to know or forward the copy over to them. Maybe I mistyped the email address in there when I sent it to them the first time. I got a copy of that email so that if I need to, I can help that client and I can get them the information that they need, even if I'm not around my computer. And so that's why I use that send me a copy right there. All right, let's go ahead and just cancel this. Hopefully, Darren, that kind of answered your question about how to get them the coupon and all of that stuff. I think I went a little overboard on that, but sorry if I went a little overboard with that, but hopefully that kind of answered your questions there. Let's see. Is there a recommended call to action since Zenfolio doesn't have booking? Are people putting a link to free booking systems like Calendly? So Lee, that's a great question. I am a big Google Suites fan, so I like to use Google Sheets and Google Forms. And so what you can do is if you are sending that pre-order link out to people in an email, what you can do, there's not a way to do hyperlinks in the pre-order, but what you can do is you can send like a link to like Google Forms where they can do like date picking, or you can do you can use Calendly. Calendly is another really good option at the moment. There's not a way to include it actually in the pre-order itself. It would need to be included in the email that you're sending out and in the posting that you're making. So it's not going to be all included in there. But definitely a good thought, something to think about for sure. Let's see. Let me grab another email question really quick. We've got like 7 minutes left, guys. Let me see if I can answer another email question. I want to change my contact email address since I now have one that is dedicated to my business and I no longer want emails going to my personal email. So you can definitely do that in your account. What you're going to do is you're going to go right up here to your name, which is behind my timer. Go up here to your name, click on account. And then once you're there, you're going to go over to, where is it at? So you're going to go over to, I think it's under contact info right here. And then this is where you would put your information in. So that's where it's at right there. So again, you hover over your username right up here, go to account, go to contact information, and then if you scroll down, here's your email right here that is being used for your contact form. And so that's where you can go and update that contact email address. So anytime somebody's on your website, if they're using your contact page, the emails are going to go to whatever email address you have here. Now, also, any information that you have here on contact information will also show up on your contact page. So just to show you really quick, if I go to built-in pages and I open this in a new tab, and we go to the built-in contact page really quick. All right, so you guys can see over here, all of this information right here. If I go back in my Zenfolio account really quick, and if I go down to like the other section and I just write, hi, this is the other section. And if I save that, and we jump over here and we just refresh this, you can see right here, it says, hi, this is the other section. So anything that you have on that contact section, again, it's under account, contact information, anything you input in here is going to be showing on your contact page. So that is definitely something that you want to keep in mind. Maybe you, when you first set up your account, you put your personal address in here, but now you have a studio. Or maybe you don't have a studio anymore, but you just want to put your city and state so that people kind of know the general area where you're at, right? Make sure that you keep this up to date, because like I said, anything that you show here is going to be showing up on that contact page. And if you want your address showing up, that's fine. If you don't want it showing up, make sure that you come in here and you kind of clear it out. Also check your phone numbers, right? Like if you changed your phone number, if something happened, you got a different phone number, maybe you stopped using your business phone line and you just ran everything through your cell phone, make sure that your phone numbers are up to date. I can't tell you how many times I've tried to reach out to companies, to businesses, to small businesses, and whoever was in charge of keeping their website up to date was not on the ball because the phone number that I was given on the site was no longer in service, or I got somebody who was really confused by my call. And so make sure that you give your site a reality check from time to time. Like if you've been in a business for a year, just go back and make sure that all of this stuff is what it should be. The phone number is what it should be. The email is what it should be. The address is what it should be. All of that good stuff. So make sure that you're checking on that stuff. All right. Let me grab a sip of tea really quick. We're about out of time. Let's see. Darren says, apologies if he took over the space. He's a big fan. Hey, Darren, we appreciate you coming on here and hanging out with us week after week. I love the questions that you ask. I love the positivity that you bring. This is exactly why we do Zenfolio Live, for you guys, so that you can come on here and learn how to better use your Zenfolio account to use it to more, to reach its potential and just to help your business. And it's a lot of fun just to hang out with you guys and chat. We're all photographers. I love chatting with you guys, and it's just a great time. I really enjoy it, and I really appreciate you guys that come on here and hang out. All right, let's see. 3 minutes left. Is there a question that I can answer in 3 minutes? Is there a way to apply a watermark to all of my photos? Yes and no. Only yes if you haven't uploaded anything yet. So if you have a brand new Zenfolio account with nothing that you've uploaded yet and you want to have a watermark on every single photo that you upload, stop, don't upload anything. Go to the watermark section and create a default one. So go to watermarks and go in here, create a watermark, click here, and make sure that you click on it and set it as your default. What that means is that from that point on, anything that you upload will automatically take that watermark on. So if you don't have anything uploaded yet, that is how you get a watermark on all of your photos. Now, if you have photos that have already been uploaded, that is going to be a manual process. You have to go to the gallery. All right, so you're going to click on the gallery, and then you're going to go over here to Actions, click Add Watermark, and then you are going to apply whatever watermark you want. So you're going to click on this and hit Save, and that's going to apply that watermark. Now, keep in mind that when you apply a watermark, Zenfolio has to regenerate the preview images because we apply the watermark to the preview images. So if I refresh this, you might see my images look like little spinny wheels. That just means that Zenfolio is regenerating them with the watermark. That is why you see the spinny wheels. All right, guys. 1 minute and 40 seconds left. So I just want to say again, thank you to all of you guys who came and hang out with me today. Arlie, Darren, Mark, Richard for taking care of you guys in chat, doing such an awesome job. Craigslist, Kathleen, Roxanne, and anybody else that I missed. Dwayne, thank you guys again so much for hanging out. Don't forget, Site Review Tuesday every Tuesday. So every Tuesday, same exact time as Zenfolio Live. If you have submitted your site and we haven't got to it yet, I promise we are working really hard to get to it. If you haven't submitted your site, definitely make sure that you go check out Site Review Tuesday. It's a great place to come learn about Zenfolio and see how other people are using their site, see what they're doing great, see some things that we can change. But again, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Make sure today, tomorrow, sometime this weekend, you guys find one person and you tell them something positive about themselves. Encourage them, help them out, lend a helping hand, make them feel good about themselves, and work together to make this world a better place. Until next week, I hope that you guys all have a wonderful and safe week. I'm super excited that fall is here, and I can't wait for the Halloween edition of Zenfolio Live. So that's going to be coming up soon. But make sure that you guys do something positive for somebody, tell somebody something good about themselves, be a voice of encouragement. Have a safe and wonderful weekend, and I'll see you guys again next week. Hey, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you click that subscribe button. And if you're watching the recorded version of this and you'd like to learn more about Zenfolio, I recommend watching some of the videos that you should see popping up on your screen.